If you are watching this video, you probably already knew what melee influence does, so let's just jump to the point. Due to the way melee influence functions, every time it triggers, it might seem okay without buffs and armor strip, but due to how raw and any bane mods interact with it, it buffs the direct damage of the weapon. And my theory is that melee influence proc is counted as a damage over time, so it amplifies again due to raw or bane mods double dipping. And if the influence proc is a status that has a DOT, raw amplifies it again, making it effectively triple dipping. This proc damage will account in crits base damage too. With the use of both Wrathful Advanced and Raw, not only our melee crit is well over 400%, essentially guarantee tier 4 crits and tier 5s here and there. With a crit multiplier of 4.6x, we will have 15.4x crit damage at minimum and occasionally 19x. And the raw of 154% or 174 with Madurai, I will have 16.39x final dot damage with 154% raw and 20.57x final dot damage with 174% raw. That is why you see me absolutely annihilate everything in the montage. Despite no armor strip, no viral. I will show you the kills per minute for each weapon I use in the montage and the builds I use for them. But most importantly, I bet most of you just jump to the build section anyway.
Progress. This will help our cause. The raid is off to a successful start. The longer you fight, the more successful we will be. Is making progress. This will help our cause. Extraction is available if you need it. To a successful start. When you need it, extraction is ready. First discovery. Keep up the good work. Extraction is available if you need it.
So this is the build I typically go with augmented that gives you like 60% strength and going power for 25% for a max total of 308%. For the melees is a rivenless setup. Yeah. Let's say if you don't have prime reach, right, you can just use either you have spring loaded blade or let's say you don't have this one, right, you can probably use, let me see, reach is also okay since your damage is mostly on melee influence, so typically you don't care about the reach that much, the range of your melee that much. You just need like volatile strike. Let's say you don't have, right, you don't have, maybe you just put another attack speed or focus energy is still workable, just a lower status chance. You have it or not is not much of a difference, but if you have, then I highly recommend you go for this one because it gives you a status chance, because the damage of melee influence comes primarily from status, and this is for my Tipedo Prime. And the second one is Xoris. Xoris one is just your typical 2x heavy combo setup, nothing out of the ordinary. And the third one is Innodem. For my Innodem, I didn't completely level it up because I just think I don't need to have the fifth perk to like deal damage, right? So I just go with the three perks, go for what I want. And this is the same build as my Tipedo Prime. Nothing out of the ordinary. Personal pick. This one is a Wolf Sledge. This one is most like very underused because due to its not strong enough power for it to like shine, right? Low crit damage, etc. etc. But very workable status. So I just go for a 12x combo throw because it has a very high throw damage, right? It will auto detonate, not like the volatile crit return. So you don't need to like spam heavy 2x because the problem is that this weapon lacks status to proc electricity. So I need to have like blood rush whipping for the 12x and true punishment just for me to build up combo faster with the shatter village. I typically use this one to build my combo up faster because it has a spin attack. Or should I say a lot of multi hits allow me to build up my combo very fast. And the last one is Prisma Ohma because I think I choose this one because it has a innate electricity, so you can have a more freedom in your modding. You can just go prime reach. Maybe let's say you don't want to format this weapon, right? You can just go, let's say, spring loaded or reach, like I said just now, and maxed out your shocking touch. For the build today, I mostly focus on just using the melee. No, not using, but abusing melee influence instead of just Tenokai. My primary and secondary are mostly for the dexterity arcane for the 7.5 second combo duration. And focus school wise, I think you just go Madurai for the sling strength, so you can have like 40% more ability strength. Unairu if you want something like a armor strip against acolytes if you find yourself struggle against it, or let's say you die easily, right, you can just self revive or something. But mostly you just choose these two, or let's say Naramon is also a good one. Maybe let's say you have trouble building the combo with your Wolf Sledge, right? You can just opening slam, build a combo twice as fast, and maybe let's say a void levitation to increase your melee damage by a maximum of 200%. It's better than nothing because typically we don't prime our enemies with primer this time, so this is quite important for your damage. And also the 50% crit chance, just better than nothing, right? Yeah. The shard wise is 1 casting, 1 parkour velocity, and 3 effectiveness on energy orb. You can change whatever you like. This is just my personal preference because I prefer a more quality of life. Yeah. Maybe let's say you don't want energy nexus, right? You can go with streamline or energy nexus. This slot and this slot because Rhino has a lot of flex slot. Just do whatever you want. Your basically is up to your personal taste. Shard wise, I will recommend maybe let's say you don't want over invest in effectiveness on energy orb, right? You can go with a there's a
know
perk
I have
that
sustained
it
memory
gives
settle damage.
45%
Recommends leaving at once and welding
energy
the door shut.
start on mission, right? You can use that because Rhino has a very bad energy start of 50, so you can like you don't need to always drop a pad while your mission starts, so you can save a lot of bit of resources, but it's just up to your personal preference. And yeah, that's all the build I used for the montage today, and yeah, that's about it. This is my first time live commenting on something. I hope I can do better
Tenno,
next
the
time,
balance of
and
power
see you
continues to shift.
on next
Navigation is
time, I
marked
guess.
with new invasions.
Bye bye.